of
right.
Shanti Dope, and obviously it's not just Shanti Dope. It starts to question the works of songwriters, of the musicians. As somebody who has written a lot of songs, I would just like to know what is your take on this, because a lot of people are saying it's sort of going beyond the boundaries of freedoms of expression.
Yeah, no, I know that. OPM, because I'm part of OPM, I'm actually one of the officers of OPM. We came up, or we have, or we are about to come up with a statement that, because Shanti actually kind of expressed what he meant by it. But because of his language and his lingo, it will always somehow, it may mislead people to think otherwise. But he was saying it came from him himself, that he said, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that tinutukoy lang niya na ito yung ginagawa ng iba, pero yung sa akin, iba yung Amatz ko, because, and I know that feeling of being on stage without any assistance of any substance whatsoever except my insulin. Okay? I'm on stage, I'm tired, I want to go home, or I'm not feeling well, and the response I get is, that's a natural high. But not many people will understand that, because not many people stand on stage the way he does. But what he's explaining, which I may even take further, is siguro if you have a talent in being able to paint, if you have a talent in being able to be a poet, or even a journalist, that for me is talent, to be able to put information across in a manner that would be understood by all. That's what you how do you say it? Diyan ka humataw. And through that, iiba talaga ang Amatz mo. That's for me, that's where I see it coming from. Now, he did mention certain things in the song. But when I read the lyrics and I'm like, yeah, but he's not encouraging anyone to do it. What he's saying is, ganito, this is how some people are, this is how you are, this is how some people, they revert to using these things, but iba yung Amatz ko. That's what I feel. Now, with regard to the freedom of expression, whatever is in the Constitution, that needs to be followed. I mean, it's there, diba? Once you start limiting what people can say in a song, what's to stop anybody from limiting people expressing themselves in other ways? In movies, in what you write, in what we tweet, in what we put on Instagram, in what we put on Facebook. It might create a domino principle. And so I think that the young today, it's no longer millennials. It's no longer millennials that we need to concern ourselves with, but there's also the Gen Z. That's the next, and there is a difference. Okay? Now there may be arguments that no, it's the same. It's not. They think differently, they use a different lingo, but that lingo may mean that they're expressing themselves in a different way. And we need to be careful to limit them to expressing themselves our way, because that's just not the way it goes. So that's my take on it. OPM does not OPM believes in the freedom of expression, but we do not condone the use of any substance. Being artists, we know that there are many artists, even abroad, that use substances to carry themselves through, but we don't stand for that. We will never condone that. So we get as far as I'm concerned, and maybe I can speak for Shanti as well, because he's the biggest thing now. But when you step up on a stage and you get support from people you don't know, but they know you, that's a natural high that goes beyond what any substance, whether natural or synthetic, whatever that can give. It pales in comparison to the sincerity that comes from an audience. Ganun klaseng high yun. Para sa akin, ganyan yung Amatz ni Shanti.
And yes, the last one, because nag-interview nga pa regarding this next project that you're doing, because